Most people believe that reading others is intuition, something you either have or you don't. A gift, a sixth sense. That belief keeps them weak. Reading people is not magic. It is structured observation combined with emotional restraint. 500 years ago, Machiavelli understood something most people still refuse to accept. Human beings do not act according to morality. They act according to advantage. They speak about values. They perform virtue. They describe intentions. But behavior is governed by fear, ambition, and self-preservation. If you want to read people instantly, you must stop asking who they claim to be and start observing what they protect. Every human interaction contains an invisible transaction. Even friendship, even love, even loyalty. Something is always being exchanged. Attention, security, status, access, control. People rarely lie about facts. They lie about motives. They don't hide what they do. They hide why they do it. Machiavelli never trusted appearances. He trusted patterns. Patterns repeat because human nature does not change. Only circumstances do. The first rule of reading people is emotional distance. If you are emotionally invested, you are blind. The moment you need approval, affection, validation, or belonging, your perception becomes distorted. You start interpreting behavior generously instead of accurately. Detachment is not coldness. It is clarity. Watch how people behave when there is nothing to gain. That is their baseline. Watch how they behave when something is at risk. That is their true self. Pressure reveals hierarchy. Comfort hides it. When someone is calm only when things go their way, they are not confident. They are conditional. True confidence is stable across environments. Machiavelli observed that men are more afraid of losing what they have than they are motivated to gain more. Loss aversion governs behavior. Identify what someone fears losing, and you gain instant insight into their decisions. Some fear losing status. Some fear losing comfort. Some fear losing control. Some fear losing approval. People who fear loss become defensive. People who feel secure become patient. Impatience is a signal. It tells you that time is leverage. Those who rush outcomes feel internal pressure. Pressure comes from dependency. If someone needs an outcome, they are exposed. Watch for excessive justification. People who over-explain are trying to convince themselves or you. Confidence does not argue. It states. Observe how people react to disagreement. Not loud disagreement, calm contradiction. Those who cannot tolerate disagreement are ruled by ego. Those who can listen without tension are ruled by outcome. Machiavelli warned that people will forgive harm sooner than humiliation. Ego wounds last longer than physical ones. Watch reactions to disrespect. That is where identity lives. If a person explodes over small slights, they are fragile. If they smile and adjust strategy, they are dangerous. Never confuse politeness with submission. Never confuse silence with weakness. Some people are silent because they are empty. Others are silent because they are observing. Learn to tell the difference. Empty silence feels nervous. Observant silence feels grounded. Watch the eyes, not expressions. Direction. Eyes move toward power and away from threat. People look at whoever they believe holds authority before they speak. That glance happens unconsciously. Follow the glances, not the words. Hierarchy reveals itself without announcement. Notice who sets the pace, who interrupts without apology, who apologizes unnecessarily. Apologies signal perceived lower status. Unchallenged interruptions signal assumed dominance. People will tell you exactly how they see themselves if you let them. Another Machiavellian principle is role consistency. People behave differently depending on who is watching. If someone changes personality across contexts, they are adaptive but not anchored. Anchored individuals behave consistently regardless of audience. Adaptive individuals perform. Performance is not bad, but it is revealing. Those who perform constantly are protecting an image. Images require maintenance. Maintenance requires energy. Energy reveals priority. Watch where people invest energy. Machiavelli understood that loyalty is conditional. People are loyal to advantage, not to ideals. When advantage shifts, allegiance follows. Do not be offended by this. Understand it. Ask yourself this quietly. If the environment changed tomorrow, would this person still stand where they stand today? If the answer is no, then their loyalty is circumstantial. Circumstantial loyalty is not betrayal. It is human nature. Never demand loyalty. Observe it. People reveal character most clearly in how they treat those who offer nothing in return. Courtesy toward power is strategy. Respect toward the powerless is identity. Machiavelli respected strength, not morality displays. People who constantly signal virtue are often compensating. People who rarely speak of values usually live by them. Language often exists to cover absence. Silence often exists because nothing needs to be proven. Another key factor is fear. Not visible fear, but strategic fear. Fear shapes behavior more than desire. Some avoid conflict to preserve comfort. Some avoid it to preserve image. Some engage in it to assert dominance. Conflict style reveals internal hierarchy. Those who escalate quickly lack leverage. Those who wait are calculating. Never mistake aggression for strength. Aggression often masks insecurity. Strength is controlled pressure, not explosive force. Observe how people handle power. Give someone minor authority and watch carefully. Power does not corrupt, it reveals. Those who abuse small power would abuse greater power. Those who handle it quietly understand consequence. Machiavelli believed that the wise ruler never revealed full intentions. Transparency is for those without enemies. Predictability invites manipulation. The more someone knows about you, the easier it is to influence you. Restraint protects you. Do not explain yourself unnecessarily. Explanation invites evaluation. State less. Observe more. People reveal themselves while they believe they are evaluating you. Let them. Watch patterns across time. One action means nothing. Repeated behavior is truth. Do not excuse patterns. Patterns are choices repeated. Reading people is not about control. It is about positioning. When you understand others, you stop being reactive. Reaction is weakness. You move earlier. You decide cleaner. You avoid unnecessary conflict. Machiavelli did not teach cruelty. He taught realism. Realism is seeing the world as it is, not as you wish it to be. Most people suffer not because others are evil, but because they are naive. Naivety is believing intentions matter more than incentives. Incentives always win. When you learn to read people accurately, disappointment disappears. Not because people improve, but because expectations align with reality. You stop hoping. You start knowing. That is power. That is clarity. That is the Machiavellian way.